Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and Fan. It's a bit warm today in my area, so hence very casually dressed. So right now the time is approximately 4:10 p.m. and the current date is Monday, June 12th, 2017. This video is the June 2017 updates video, part 1. So, first of all, I think I have a new YouTube channel subscriber. That person's username has yet to appear on my YouTube channel subscribers page, and I have yet to receive a notification of who he or she is, or at least what his or her username is on YouTube. More than likely by the part 2 video I will know, and there might even be more than one. So I want to give a shout out to Gothica, because I want to keep my promise to her that I would continue shouting out her until I actually start that series of videos. And I want to thank once again Two Spirit. Two Spirit is one of my newest YouTube channel subscribers. I have been loving his videos very much. I know that in previous videos I have lovingly and lavishly acknowledged Owl Moon 513, Avalon Spiritual Odyssey, and my homegirl and Honey Raven. They have helped me enormously, but I love the fact that Two Spirit and I have a lot of things in common. One of them being that we're both male. And I love that. I love that I can relate to him from that perspective, and I love that he's also a Reiki master like me, that he loves crystals like me, that he's a tarot enthusiast like me, that he works with oracle card decks like me. So I'm really enjoying his videos very much. I am loving his tarot tags and loving his participation in various tarot tags. They have inspired me to do a few things with my upcoming videos, namely my own tarot tag, and I might even do an oracle card deck tag. I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet, but I'll figure it out. Also, in one of Two Spirit's initial videos, he mentioned the deck interview spread, and I am going to, and I got very excited about the deck interview spread, and I will include it in the WordPress blog post that will accompany this particular video. And I really love the concept of the deck interview spread, and I might use the deck interview spread for decks that I might not be able to review in the future. I might use it, I probably will use it for decks that I'm long overdue to review, and since I haven't reviewed them yet, this is a great way for me to do something with them in the meantime. And I probably will use the deck interview spread with decks that I've already reviewed on my YouTube channel. So there are a lot of good things coming up. Alternatively, I feel as though part of me needs to step back from making videos. And I don't know. I feel, you know, I've mentioned previously that April and May were very emotionally challenging months for me because I was taking care of a lot of personal issues. And I thought that those personal issues were over and done with. And I was wrong. And it's a bit frustrating because I really thought that I had figured everything out. I really thought that I was on the right track to banishing those situations back to the nothingness from whence they came. And I'm not sure. It has left me feeling very vulnerable and very afraid. And I know that I'm okay. I know that I have a lot of support, human looking and divine. unfortunately, I'm not feeling it as strongly as I normally do. And the irony is that I feel as though some people just need to get out of Dodge as quickly as they can. And I feel as though I'm not doing enough to help them. So it's left me feeling very upset, very angry at myself, very frustrated. And I feel as though I'm not doing enough, and that's not necessarily true. I think that I am doing everything that I can think to do. And I think that some of those things are simply to keep myself sane. And, you know, I don't like to admit it, but I have some terribly human moments. I think of myself as a living goddess in the body of a living god, but there are moments when I feel all too human. You know, earlier somebody said to me, okay, you can scream now. And I looked at him and I said, if I start screaming, I don't think I'll stop. And I still feel that way. And I don't like feeling this way, if for no other reason because I take that back. I love being somebody that inspires people. I love being someone that inspires people to overcome the challenges in their lives. And I do not love being one of those people that has challenges that are very intense and very overwhelming. I want to continue doing what I can to inspire other people. And my clients, my students, and my friends, and my loved ones are people that deserve my very best. And right now, this moment in time, this second, I do not feel my very best. I don't. And my clients, my students, my loved ones, and my friends deserve nothing less than my very best. Unfortunately, sometimes things happen in a person's life that lead him or her to feel as though he or she is not at his or her best, or rather his, her, or their best. So I've been feeling a little vulnerable of late and a little too human of late. I don't mind telling you, I do not like it for 1 second. I think it's bullshit. I think it is nasty and disgusting. And I am more than happy to go back to being a living goddess in the body of a living god. That's another reason why I no longer care for that expression, being a spiritual being having a human experience. You know what? I love being in a physical body. I love the foods. I love the sex. I love dancing. I love, holding a physical book in my hand. But this nonsense has to go. Just has to go. In the meantime, I have some very good things coming up in my life. And I have some very good things that I'm looking forward to. And it's so funny because, I am a happily recovered Catholic. I have an interfaith mindset. But when it comes to the Holy Bible, or that book that's commonly called the Holy Bible, I tend to look at it as something that has given people an opportunity to practice evil. I know some of you think that's crazy, but do you know how many people have been killed in the name of God? Like, think about it. Think about how many people have been killed in the name of God. And specifically people that are white, and usually people that are white Anglo-Saxon Protestant people that are worshiping a very white God. There's a lot of blood in the Bible. There really is. I know some of you are thinking Robert's losing his mind. No, I don't think Robert's losing his mind. I think that something is happening within me that is causing me to have less of a filter, number one. And number two, to get to that state. You know how some people just don't give a fuck? Like, they do not give a fuck? Like, they really don't? And they live their lives like zero fucks given? I think I'm getting to that point. And who knows, maybe there is a part of something inside of me that needs to break, and I'm talking like this. I don't know. What I do know is that I have I'm going to say something I usually don't say. I have to reclaim something within me that is going to give me a great deal more strength and determination and perseverance. And I need to have a whole lot more faith in Goddess than I believe I am capable. Because right now, I have a great deal of faith in Goddess, in my celestial mother. And right now, she is not only asking me to have even more faith in her, she is requiring it and she is demanding it. And there is a part of me that wants to rebel, and there is a part of me that wants to give up. And there is another part of me, and that part of me is this little ember that needs fanning so that it can grow into this massive conflagration. And that part of me needs to know that I actually am capable of having ever more faith in the Goddess who gave birth to my soul than I think is possible. And I'm not there yet. I mean, who knows? I might be there in 5 minutes. I doubt it. I might be there tonight. I might be there tomorrow. I might be there next week. I don't know. But I need to be willing to acknowledge that. I need to be willing to acknowledge that there are times when Robert Alvarez, the psychic witch, is Robert who is very frightened by life. And I don't want to show that. I'll be completely, brutally honest with you about that. I don't want to show that. I want to show somebody who is strong and confident and prosperous and powerful and uplifting and inspiring. That's what I want to always show and radiate and be when I'm in front of this camera. But that's not always the case. It's not. And one thing that I have zero tolerance for is hypocrisy. I'm not comfortable with feeling hypocritical. I'm not comfortable with me pretending that everything is so beautiful and perfect right now, when right now I don't feel beautiful, and I don't feel that anything is even close to perfect. And perhaps that is an absolutely inappropriate thing for me to display and share and reveal. And maybe it's what I need to do. And I'm going to say that it is what I need to do. As uncomfortable as some of you may feel watching this video right now, I simply cannot sit here and say, okay, you know what? Yeah, everything is roses, everything is lilies, everything is buttercups and butternut squash and buttercream ice cream and buttercream frosting on big, thick 17-layer cakes, because I don't feel that right now. I absolutely do not feel that right now. What I feel, and it's so funny because I have a semi-regular client who is a high priestess, and one of the things that she asked me was, are you feeling something in the air? And as in something negative. And I said to her, I don't think so. I don't really get that impression. And you know what? Now I do. Now I do. I truly believe that there is something happening in the ethers that is quite foul and that is quite destructive. And yes, I know that somebody is out there thinking, well, that he's saying this because of what he's going through. But maybe I needed to go through this to realize that. Maybe I need to step up my game when it comes to my moon magic and my ritual work and my spellcraft. And you know what? Perhaps I've been a little too lackadaisical. Perhaps I've been a little too complacent with my magic and my witchcraft, and I probably have been. And you know what? I think so. I really do. And that needs to change. That absolutely needs to change. And it needs to change now. In the meantime, I must confess that originally I was disappointed that Catland's Black Mirror Salon did not take place this past Saturday, June 10th, 2017. But I realized that it actually was a blessing in disguise. I think it gave me the opportunity to do certain things that I probably would not have been able to do. And it also gave me the opportunity to do some things that I had not done in a long time. And you know what? That is a good thing. So YouTube, I want to take a few moments to thank you for honoring who I am and what I do. I want to thank you for honoring all of us at Catland and all we do as well. I also want to remind you that the Black Mirror Salon is officially taking place on Sunday, July 2nd, 2017 from 1 to 7 p.m. I will be offering divinely discounted readings with oracle card decks, with palmistry, with runes, and maybe something else. And I will definitely be updating you about that. For those of you who have not yet subscribed, I invite you to do so. For those of you who have not yet had a reading with me, I invite you to do what you can to have a reading with me sooner than later. I promise you I will be much more calm, centered, and balanced than during the majority of this video. If for no other reason, because I will be focusing solely on you and giving you an incredibly accurate and insightful reading. And that will help you as well. Bear with me, everybody. Mindfulness. That's a great word. Mindfulness. Isn't that a great word? Yoo-hoo! Isn't that a great word? See, my audio-visual person is like Jack of Lewis's Unbox Therapy. It's Unbox Therapy, right? So, you know, except that Jack doesn't exist, whereas this person does exist. And let's just say that he's a little embarrassed that he almost fell off his chair. But you know what? I needed to laugh, and so did you. So thank you, YouTube. Have a beautiful day, and I will be in touch.